Hi, welcome back to my channel, you guys. So today's coaching video, the topic is stop worrying and start living. Let me say that one more again. Stop worrying and start living. So in his classic book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, Dale Carnegie offers tools that will help you get rid of excessive worrying and that can help you make a worry-free environment for your private and your professional life. So these are the top 10 tips to hold on to stop worrying. I'm sorry, these are the top 10 tips to grab worry by the horns and wrestle it straight to the ground. Let's jump right on in. Number one, make your decision and then never look back. This is something I struggle with. So have you ever made a decision in life only to second guess it afterwards? Of course you have. It's hard not to wonder whether you've done the right thing and whether there might still be time to take another path. Don't stop to hesitate to reconsider or to retract your steps. Once you've chosen a course of action, you need to stick to it, period, point blank. Number two, live for today. You know that feeling, tossing, turning, and worrying over something that happened or something that might happen. Well into the wee hours of the night and in the morning when you're supposed to be sleeping so you can get up and go to work the next day. Well, to avoid this pointless worrying, you need day tight. Oh, I like that. Compartments. Much as a ship has different watertight compartments, your own day tight ones are a way to limit your attention to the present day. The rule is simple. Whatever happened in the past or might happen in the future must not intrude upon today. That's powerful. Let me say that one more time. Whatever happened in the past or might happen in the future must not intrude upon today. Everything else has to wait. Its turn for Everything else has to wait its turn for tomorrow's box or stay stuck in the past. Whatever happened yesterday, it's in the past. Leave it there. Don't keep revisiting it. Don't keep stressing it. What if I had done this? What if I had said that? At this point, it's pointless because it's done and over with. Tomorrow hasn't come yet, so you can't stress over that either. Number three, embrace the worst case scenario and strategize to offset it. If you're worried about something, ask yourself this: what's the worst that could happen? Okay? Could you lose your job? Could you go to jail? Could you get killed? Whatever the worst might be, it's probably not world ending. You could probably even bounce back from it. See, sometimes it's all up in our head. We overthink things. Stop doing that. So if, for example, you lose your job, you can always find another one, right? Now, I'm not going to say sometimes you might not find that job right away. I've known people rather that have lost a job and they were without work for about a year, maybe even 2 years. But God is good because now they're working. So you can always find another job. It just may not come when you want it to. So once you accept the worst case scenario and get to thinking about your contingency plan, you'll feel so much better. Okay? Number four, put a lid on your worrying. Sometimes we stress endlessly, and y'all know we do, about negative experiences when just walking away from them would serve us far much better. I am so learning to do that. I'm just going to walk away. I can't stress over negativity. I don't want negativity in my inner circle, and I'm just not having it. So, to get rid of that worry, try this strategy. Straight from stock traders. It's called the stop loss order, where shares are brought in at a certain price and then their price development is observed. If things go badly and the share price hits a certain point, they are sold off immediately. This stops the loss from increasing further. In the same manner, you can put a stop loss order on the things that cause you stress and grief. Number five, fake it till you make it. Happiness, that is. We can't directly influence how we feel, but we can nudge ourselves to change through how we think and act. If you're feeling sad or low, slap a big grin on your face and whistle a chipper tune. You'll find it impossible to be blue when acting cheerful. But you don't necessarily need to act outwardly happy. You can simply think happier thoughts instead. Marcus Aurelius summed it up this way. He said, our life is what our thoughts make it. I love that. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Number six, give for the joy of giving. When we perform acts of kindness, we often do so with an expectation of gratitude. But harboring such expectations will probably leave you disappointed. One person well aware of this fact was the lawyer Samuel Leibowitz over the course of his career. Leibowitz saved 78 people from going to the electric chair. Guess how many thanked him? Absolutely none. 78 people he saved, and not one of them thanked him. So stop expecting gratitude when you're kind to someone. Instead, take joy from the act of doing it. I used to be that way. If I do something, like, you need to say thank you. I'm not asking you for any money, but you need to say thank you. But I understand that we're not all brought up the same way. So some people will say thank you, most will not. You accept that, honey, and just move on. Number 7, dump envy. Enjoy being uniquely you. So your genes are completely unique. Even if someone had the same parents as you, the likelihood of someone identical to you being born is just 1 in 300 billion. Despite this amazing fact, many of us long to be someone else, thinking the grass is green on the other side of the fence. But living your life this way is pointless. Embrace your uniqueness and get comfortable with who you really are. How to be true to yourself and live the life that you want. That's what we all should strive for. Number 8, haters will hate. It just means you're doing it right. That's deep, y'all. So when you're criticized, it often means you're accomplishing something noteworthy. In fact, let's take it a step further and consider this. The more you're criticized, the more influential and important a person you likely are. So the next time somebody talks you down, don't let it get to you. Take it as a compliment. So I'm sorry, next time somebody talks down to you, honey, don't let that break you. You just smile and say, you know what, thank you. Give them a little wink and keep it moving. Don't let that bother you. Number 9, chill out. Learn to rest before you get tired. So scientists agree that emotions are the most common cause of fatigue. And it works the other way around too. Fatigue produces more worries and negative emotions. It should be clear, therefore, that you've got to relax regularly before you feel tired. Otherwise, worries and fatigue will accumulate on top of each other. Now, you're probably thinking, why in the world would I relax if I'm not tired? Just because of what I said. It's impossible to worry when you're relaxed, right? And this is true. And regular rest helps you maintain your ability to work effectively. And that's, last but not least, number 10, get organized and enjoy your work. There are few greater sources of misery in life than having to work day in and day out in a job that you absolutely hate. And y'all know I don't like to use that word hate, but I'm just telling you, when you absolutely hate a job, it is nothing worse than having to go into that job day in and day out. It would make sense then that you shouldn't pick a job that you hate or even just dislike doing. But say you already have a job. How can you make it more enjoyable and worry-free? One way is to stay organized. A desk full of unanswered mails and memos is sure to breed worry. Okay? So, again, you guys, I just gave you all 10 things that you can do to stop worrying and start living. And again, I can't stress this enough. If you're spending a lot of your time worrying, honey, you're not truly living. You have got to stop the worrying. And I know you might be saying, but Michelle, that's easier said than done. And sometimes it feels that way. It really, really does. But you've got to make that thing work. You've got to make yourself stop stressing. If you don't have the money for a bill, what are you stressing over? You don't have the money. So whether you stress over it or not, you still don't have the money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have the money for that bill, guess what? You call that credit on the phone. You say, look, I don't have the money this week. However, I will have the money on this day or that day. They'll say, okay, make a note in your account. You either set it up for them to automatically take the payment, or you call back and make the payment. But stop stressing over things that you cannot change. Why do that? Because it's not going to change anything. The bill is due. You don't have the money. End of sentence. Call that creditor up. Make a payment arrangement and move on with your life. Come on now, it's just that simple. Let me do a quick recap and I promise I'll let you be. So today I talked about stop worrying and start living, because far too many of us worry too much and we need to stop doing that. So number 1, I said make your decision and never look back. And I meant that. Make a decision and don't you dare look back. Now, the only time I will say this, if you just have to look back, what I need you to do is I need you to glance over your shoulder and keep it moving. You know why? Because every now and then you need to glance over your shoulder to see how far you've come, but then you turn around and you keep it moving because there's nothing back there for you. There's nothing back there for me. Again, every now and then, glance over your shoulder, see how far you've come, and then turn around and keep it moving. That's deep right there. Number two, I said live for today. Stop worrying about what you didn't do yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 10 years from today. It doesn't matter. That's in the past. And y'all know what I love to say, like Medea says, like your big ass, your past is behind you. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't fix the past, period. So stop worrying about it. You need to live in the right now. You can't even stress about the future because guess what? That's not even here. It's not promised to you and it's not promised to me either. So live in the right now, okay? Live for today. Live for today. Plan for tomorrow. Plan for next week. Plan for next month. Plan for next year. But I need you to live for today, okay? Number three, I said embrace the worst case scenario and then strategize to offset it. Number four, put a lid on your worrying. We have to stop worrying, you guys. We really, really do. And then number five, I said, fake it till you make it. Happiness, that is. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes, and I've had to do this quite a few times, throughout this year. Well, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to fake that everything is okay, that you're in a good mood, even when you're really not. Because when you do that, it just makes your body feel so much better. Then you quickly forget about whatever it was that had you unhappy in the first place. Number six, give for the joy of giving. Stop always waiting for somebody to say thank you. Stop always waiting for somebody to cross your palm with a little bit of money. Just, if they don't say thank you, if they don't offer you a little piece of change, okay, just keep it moving. Because you know in your heart of hearts that what you did was a great thing, okay? Number seven, get rid of the envy. Enjoy being uniquely you. That's what you have got to do. Enjoy being uniquely you because there is nobody in this world like you. You came from your mother and your father. You have siblings. You have aunties, uncles, cousins, but none of them are exactly like you. Just like none of my family is exactly like me. I gave life, my mom and dad gave me life, but then I passed life through me. My daughter's nothing like me and I'm not like her. Okay? Be uniquely you. Number eight, haters will hate. It just means that you're doing it right. When people are hating on you, honey, don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you want to hurt them. That just means you're doing something right. So I need you to stand up straight. Y'all know I like to do chest lifted, shoulders back, head up. And you just walk with a smile on your face. Because you know what? You're doing something right. That's why they're hating on you. They're not hating because you're not doing anything. They're not hating because you're down in the gutter with your face in the dirt. No, they're hating because you're doing the damn thing. You're creating something. And they hate that because they're not. Number nine, chill out. Learn to rest before you get tired. This is key. And this is something that I continue to work on. But you've got to learn to rest before you get tired. Because once you get tired, honey, it's just a lost cause. Number 10, get organized and enjoy your work. If you're not one to be organized, I want to encourage you guys to get organized. Because number one, it makes your day go by a whole lot better when you are organized and you don't have a desk full of junk where you have all these. And I had to do that last week because I said, Lord, wait a minute. My desk is just out of control. What is all this stuff on my desk? So as I began to go through it, they were a lot of them were letters that my summer students didn't get a chance to enter. So now I had to divide them up because I have internal letters and I have executive letters. So I had to divide them up, write out stickies for everybody on my team, and equally divide those letters up. So once I did that, that was great. But now I have to go into the database and log them in, because now I'm assigning them to staff. And then I have to go and hand everybody their bundle of letters. But God is so good because guess what? All that is done. So when I go into my office on tomorrow, because I telework on Mondays and Fridays, I have a clean desk. Now, it'll probably get junky real quick because I'm pretty sure letters came in last Friday and some will come in today. But I don't have last week's work sitting on my desk. You feel where I'm going with this? So that's all I have, you guys. I want to say thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And you know the drill. There's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing you can do about it. Because I'm going to love you anyhow. I'm always going to love you even when nobody else likes you. Because I have enough love in me that I can share with each and every one of you. Till next time, take care.